The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
We were having a meeting yesterday, and I remember when I first started here with you guys, I was kind of thrown in the deep end because you're like, oh, for this benchmark, we're going to do this, and then for the arc, we're going to do this, and then...
Well, there's no way I said either of those two things. But okay. And by the way, Nikki, there's no way I told you that you need to have an Amex card.
Well, some sort of card.
No,
you definitely said it.
No.
Why would I just make up that whole story?
I don't know.
You took your whole
You've
family.
got me saying benchmark and arc. I wouldn't use that.
I never said you.
Oh, okay.
You're very rarely at our meetings.
I'm there.
But you're not.
Physically.
Like
yes, physically
yesterday,
I'm there.
You'd rolled up a piece of paper and you were like a pirate
Yes,
just looking through
I was.
your binocular the whole time in the corner of the room.
I was watching one person at a time, and when they talk, I pan across like it was a movie.
And yet there was a moment there where you were looking in my direction. I'm like, I was trying to figure out what I had to hide. I'm like, it's not actually binoculars. It's not a telescope. You can see me just as well.
No, but, okay, so
It helps me focus.
Right.
away from the
No, I
meeting.
get it, but it's all the technical things, like we'd go for this break or whatever.
And you totally did tell me about getting a credit card because you said I took my whole family to New York on the points when you did the Reno.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. It wasn't Amex, though. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, okay, right.
All right, I
see
threw you
that,
with
yes.
Amex.
Yes.
All right, it was one of the cards. I don't know what
I'm
card
glad
it
you
was.
guys sorted that out.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
Oh, you're here.
What do you want me to do in that shit show?
I don't know. Look, sometimes it's things written on the whiteboard and a girl just has to make do.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about code words in work, like, because
That you've had to get used to a heap of different lingo.
I still
really.
don't quite know what a benchmark is. Buzz
Well,
was
neither do
reeling
I.
off
I don't
all the
know.
words.
Oh, you're saying
Yes.
it's a word that's used. No, the one that was come up was evergreen.
Evergreen, that's right. When an
Yeah,
idea, you can use it later.
Yeah, because someone, a former co-host, just popped that word one day. It's like, oh, that's evergreen. So it's what?
It's such a good term for what we do and for content as well. So I used it on Jeremy the other day. I'm like, no, let's not post that sketch yet because that's evergreen.
Yes.
It means it's not time sensitive.
Yeah, but
It doesn't have to be done today.
And if I said, oh, that's a slab, do you know what's just happened?
It's a carton of beer.
Carton of beer because someone's phone rang during a meeting.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's a
If so-
TV and film thing.
Yeah, I was a slab, whatever.
You say that's a slab. And I wonder if like tradies have things like that, like it's a slab
I
because
reckon they
someone
have a
broke a
slab one.
tool or
Yeah, they definitely would have
turned up late or...
a slab one.
And there's medical... Actually, 13, 24, 10, I want to hear some of your jargon. Some of
Specific to
your industry.
Your industry.
Like if you give us the jargon from your industry and we have to choose.
We have to work out what it
yes.
is or what it means.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of something.
That's a fun game. All the medicos will call and just
I
confuse
was
you.
going to say
absolute.
doctors.
Yeah, they'll have all the things.
I don't know if doctors listen to our show, though.
Oh, they might have switched over by accident.
Yeah.
You never
You don't
know.
think they got anything out of the Amex chat?
Yeah, they'd be all over that.
Doubt it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
Got to apologise to JC. He was at the Magic Round lunch I went to
Jesus.
on Friday. Yes. No, JC Powderfinger,
Oh, okay,
bass
gotcha.
player. But they were playing a lot of Powderfinger for some reason at the lunch, and he was like 2 tables across. I just kept going over and like singing it to him when the Powderfinger song came on. I'm like, I love this band, just in front of everyone at his
You
table.
were that person
And he-
with that moustache.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was that
He's
person.
hanging in with that moustache, isn't he?
I actually think it's very funny. Like,
Yeah, it's funny. That's what it is.
it's funny because it looks like you're from a parody of the Second World War.
Yeah, that was the other thing that JC was saying. He's saying you look like I think he said a First World War soldier. So he kept on saying, yes, drill sergeant. All this sort of business at me all night.
Well, not a soldier. One of the
Just
pointy
one-
people.
One of the people up the top end.
Yeah. The dodgy ones.
Yes.
So before we got into this conversation, we were talking about jargon that we don't understand in the workplace, or jargon that everyone else understands, but people who aren't in the, you know what I'm talking about.
It makes sense if you're in the industry.
Yes, it makes sense if you're in the industry. So we wanted to ask people what their jargon is. So we've got Luke.
Hey, how you going?
We're all right. Luke, what trade or industry do you work in?
Well, it's not the industry that I work in, but I've laboured for a couple of concreters before, and if you drop a barrow of concrete, that's a carton or a slab.
Oh, so you've got a slab too, a slab for a broken slab.
I think
Yep, exactly. For losing the barrow of concrete before you get it into the bore.
I think carton's more to say than slab up here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say carton.
Yeah,
Slab,
It's a
that's a
carton.
carton.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
carton.
Yeah.
You know, a
I
carton.
love the way he hit the carton. As a carton.
The same way as if your phone went off in here, it'd be a carton.
Oh.
Yeah. I had
okay.
I just got a good one from a mate of mine too, saying if a police officer gets their photo in the paper, that's a carton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if a cop ends up in the paper, like a photo of them,
Yeah.
that's a carton.
Well,
But who
what
has
if-
to give the carton?
The cop that gets the photo in the paper has to give the carton to his whatever his team is.
Why?
whatever.
Because you got to be under the radar.
It's
K5.
just a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not cool apparently to get
Stay off the grid.
to get stuff off the grid a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Who
Well,
else?
Dan's not in the police force, he's in the army. What do you got, Dan?
Yeah, mate. So in the army, obviously, you
Don't-
get pretty
hang on,
tired
wait.
and that.
Yeah, tell us what it is first, and then we have to guess
Yeah,
what
so-
it means.
Yeah, right. Rack out.
Oh, the
I know what that means. I know what that
entertainment's
means.
turned up.
At Indy.
Yeah, the supercars. Yeah, around surface.
Shirts off.
Nah. So when you rack out is going to sleep.
Oh,
really?
That is not what
Yeah,
I thought.
going in your rack.
A rack out.
So your bed's called a rack, is it?
Yeah.
Rack out.
Oh.
You go and rack out.
Guys, I got to rack out.
Yeah.
tonight.
We're the same thing as well in the army. So if you're in the paper on the news or whatever, it's a carton.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Same as in the police. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, right. It's a bit of a first responder kind of deal.
Okay, everyone's got to stay incognito, stay in camouflage.
You can go rack out.
Okay, what about we've got Kim? What is the code word? And we'll try and work it out.
Okay, it's ducks on the pond.
Oh, ducks on the pond. Oh, that sounds like.
It's hard with any reference to the industry. Isn't it?
No, I know it's tricky. Is it ducks
Yeah,
on the
it's
We got ducks at the pond.
yeah from the tradie building industry, but it's pretty old school.
Oh, would that be the managers like turned up?
No,
What
It's
about someone's
when-
taking a dump in the portaloo?
Is
ducks
that what
on the
it
lake.
means?
That one.
The ducks on the lake.
We got ducks in the lake.
No, it means it was back in the day when women came onto a job site.
Really?
Oh,
The boss or the foreman would say, "Lads, ducks on the pond,"
What-
more or less. Turn the language
Mind
down.
your P's and
What
Q's.
you saying? Mate, yeah.
yeah,
it's
right.
pretty old.
Ducks, as in the birds, but
Old
they've
ducks.
kind
Old
of
ducks.
gone.
Old
Old
ducks.
Don't
Old
say
ducks.
old ducks. As long as those old ducks don't get their rack out.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I'll tell you what, TikTok and the gram, it's just a mine of information and useful information. And I saw a post just a few days ago. I'm like, that's brilliant. Because when we go jogging, Jeremy is quite the sweater. And do you get this when you sweat and you get like drips of sweat in your eyes and then your eyes sting?
Of course.
So,
Of course.
Because I sweat under my pits and in my feet, but I don't sweat on my head. It's a bit weird.
Oh, if I'm running, I get some sweat in my face.
Yeah, do you sweat on your face?
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah,
Mitch?
yeah.
Yeah, well, you got such a big head and you
Yeah, there's a lot of
drown.
air. It's always raining.
Well, anyway, I saw this hack, and it was a golfer who struggles with this while he's playing, and his wife one day put a sanitary pad in the front of his hat, like stuck it in with the pad side on his forehead, and problem was gone. And it meant he didn't get all the watermarks, like the sweat marks on his cap, so it looked fresh. I'm like, that is genius, because I've used pads for other things before, other hacks. Like if I'm in a hotel room and there's a light flashing on the aircon unit, I will put a pad over that. I will put a pad
What does that do?
Over the
It stops it from flashing. You
and
can't
the,
see the
um,
flash.
oh,
the
okay,
alarm
okay,
clocks
right.
that they
the
have.
old school alarm clocks.
They're always
are
so
annoying.
bright. It's like this
They're
bright red
literally bright
light.
the whole room. Sometimes they flash as well.
Yeah, pad. You just stick a pad over
Stick-
it.
Are they sticky on one side or what?
Yeah,
is it-
sticky
how's
on
it
one side. So
I don't
they've
know
got
how
an-
they work.
They've got an adhesive side and then they've got an absorbent side.
I don't think I've ever had.
Like held one,
Yeah, I
touched
don't
one.
think so. I actually don't think I have.
Neither have
I don't think I ever have. So they're sticky on one side. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So with the hat guy, he was just sticking it on his forehead.
Yeah,
and then
no,
putting
he
his
was
hat over the top.
Sticking it on the front inside of his hat, so the absorbent side was sticking on his forehead. was like against his
Oh,
forehead,
yeah, okay, right,
absorbing
right,
all the sweat.
right.
Yeah, and as you say, it doesn't wreck his hat. So if you've got a cool cap,
Yeah,
you don't get those
So you-
unsightly sweat marks on it.
exactly, because you get you
Is
get
it
the
safe?
water marks.
In my mind, it's got chemicals or something. No? What's it?
No,
I love how
it's
you're
gotta be
concerned about
safe.
our safety all of a sudden.
Yeah,
There are
no,
women dying of toxic shock syndrome,
He
and
doesn't,
now
want, he
That's
doesn't
what
want
I'm
to put it
talking
on
about.
his forehead in case there's some toxins or something.
Toxic shock syndrome I've heard about.
that's from the pond. That's from the little white
that's the
mice.
little one that goes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay,
They're
right.
also incredibly
no,
useful.
What can you use them for?
You know the other ones,
Nosebleeds.
the little ones, yeah.
That's a
nosebleeds.
good idea.
wisdom teeth surgery.
And I think they use them like for deep cuts too. Like if you get, you could put them in there and it'll
And then just tape it over with a pad.
and it'll stop the bleeding.
See, female products, they should be free. I really do think they should be free, but that's a whole other argument because that's something that we just have to deal with, and it's quite expensive having to deal with that. And you guys have to deal with the knock-on effect that we're having to deal with it.
Yeah,
anyway,
Yankst.
but there are hacks out there everywhere, and not just feminine hygiene hacks. There are you can clean your shower head with
what?
a bag of vinegar. Just put it on overnight.
Oh.
It cleans it up. You can clean your toilet bowl with Coke. You can do all sorts of things. So 13, 24, 10, I want to know what hacks you've got. And guess
And
what?
then the cops turn up.
You know what?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
So you were having an education from me before about what you can do with sanitary napkins. And
Yeah.
you didn't even know what they did. You didn't even know they had an adhesive side.
No.
They're like sticky tape. Except,
right.
Except with cotton on the back.
That actually makes sense about the hat deal too.
Yes, it makes so much sense putting a pad in your hat. What?
Quick question. Does
What?
the sticky bit stick to your skin or to your undies?
Your undies.
Oh, right.
You need the absorbent bit
Well,
face
I
up.
don't know. All
No,
right.
instead, because it's got to be sticky so it doesn't just like surf on out of there. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You don't want to do a cartwheel and all of a sudden someone's been whacked in the face with a broken pad. If we're going to get that.
That's disgusting.
This is the stuff we have to worry about, okay?
When
All right.
cartwheels go wrong.
I'm sure there's been gymnasts who have had some issues.
I don't think you wear it to the Olympics, do you?
That's
I guess,
the-
but if you do, I guess
you
you have to.
Again.
Your body doesn't know when the Olympics is.
No. And usually your body sabotages the special events.
Yeah, right.
It's
Is
like
that stress related or?
No, it just
just
seems to
happens.
line
Just
up and
lines
just
up.
bug you. It's like, oh, it's a perfect beach weekend.
Yeah.
Meh. Oh, no, it isn't. I'm going to attract
Blake,
You have
sharks.
to
That
put up.
bloody
You have to
retro
put
game.
up with so much more than men.
Yeah,
We
you-
do.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you get the raw end of the
play.
deal. To be
Thank
fair,
you.
to be fair, you
we
did.
really have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you
I agree with
As
that.
you guys get older and ugly, you can grow all this hair over your face and hide everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you.
And then,
Look at his mustache. It's growing as we speak.
We used to have to wipe our ass twice a day. That's about it for
that's
us, really,
it.
honestly.
And you can pee on the seat and not have to worry about
Eventually,
it
someone else
fallout.
does that for you anyway. If you get old enough, you're right. It's much more difficult.
It is. All right, moving on. We got people to call us with their hacks.
Who's there?
We've got Darren. Darren,
What do you got, Darren?
what's your hack?
How you going?
Oh, I'm all right, Darren. Sorry about that conversation.
That's all right. Bicarb soda and vinegar to do any of your bathroom fixtures, your bathtub, your shower floor. You just sprinkle it over.
What's the ratio, Darren?
Yeah, what?
Well, I just get a box, a big box of it. It's in the cooking section, and I just just like a sprinkle kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Like how you spray powder on the floor, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
Tell me-
you just get the bit. Sorry.
One of the big ones in the shower that no one, you go to Bunnings and they've got a couple that sort of half fix it, but the soap's caked on
The soap
scum on the
Shower
glass,
screen.
on
The Easy
on
Off
glass.
BAM says it can get rid of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything says it can.
So does vinegar and bicarb work on that?
Yeah, it does. All you have to do is put it on like a washcloth, put the bicarb on that and the vinegar, and it'll start doing the chemical reaction, and you just wipe it over, and it will kind of make a creamy scum on it. You leave it for a couple of minutes, and then hose it off with your shower hose thing, and it's clean.
And it gets rid of mold too. Isn't that the best
Yeah.
way to get rid of mold?
Mold is bleach. is the best thing for
I
mold.
don't know. I'm hearing like alternative because they're saying putting bleach on mold causes some horrible chemical reactions. It's actually even worse for you than having
It
mold
might
in your house.
do. I'm not sure on that one.
He's not commenting. He's not going to comment on that.
Look, I started with a news story today saying we're running out of oxygen and didn't back anything up. So that's fair, Darren. All right,
Stressed us all.
we got Sonia.
Sonia, what happened? What happened when your cartwheel went wrong?
No, Sonia, do not answer.
Well, so I found this one on the gram. I rolled it out at camping, and it was a game changer. You know when you've got a big bag of potato chips?
Oh, that was dangerous. We didn't know where you were going.
Potato chips.
A big bag and a German Shepherd.
Yeah, potato
Anyway,
chips.
if you open them up normally, everyone puts their grubby hands in and you don't know who's touched what. But if you lay it down flat and you slice it down the middle from end to end, open it up, you've got a bowl. No need to wash up a bowl. Your chip bag becomes a bowl.
Oh.
Open it up from end to end.
Do you kind of fold it back to back?
Cut it. No.
Mitch is just getting
Okay,
sushi.
we're doing this right now.
Get a packet of chips from our Aldi stand. You split it
Oh,
right down the middle.
yeah, okay.
the middle.
Slice
Yeah.
it down the middle.
So
it
it's
becomes a bowl.
Like a tissue dispenser, but for
like a
chips.
tissue
yeah,
box,
but
Yes.
a bigger
A
opening.
bigger opening. You
Yeah,
need
from end to end.
Guys, come on.
That's a very
Oh,
good
he's
hack.
spilled them, hasn't he?
Oh God, no,
He's-
that's a good tip, Sonia.
That's a very good tip.
It's a good one for camping. Less washing up, the better.
And we've got Cherie from Caboolture. Hello, Cherie. What's your hack?
Mine's pretty simple. I collect the bread tags, the little plastic bread tags.
Yep.
And I reuse them for my frozen veggies, my open frozen veggies and potato chips that are in the freezer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Actually
So
like that.
it's got enough girth in it to get around the top of the...
Larger opening.
Yeah, twist it up.
No, that's a good idea because you buy those peg things that I try. Always they can't work out where they are, and you try to do that's an easy one. That's a good one.
And sometimes your potato bags, they're a bit bigger. So they're better for the potato chips.
Oh, they got the bigger clips on the potato bags.
They
Like if you
do, yeah.
buy a kilo of washed potato. I'm looking at Lutzi. He's an Uber Eats guy. None of this washes. He doesn't need any hacks for anything.
I can feel the bread things from here though. Can we have it at work?
Yeah, is that what you do?
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
We've got Lockie in the house. Lockie, what is going on? 'Cause
Say hit it.
Hit it.
Well, sometimes on this show, the producers like to just take over and bring a piece of content that is riveting and exciting. And we were thinking about the wonderful people at Jim's. This is not sponsored at all, and you'll find out in a second why it's not. But Jim's,
Jim's Mowing.
Jim's Mowing, Jim's Group, they do a lot of things.
I have noticed that lately. You'll see the sort of the back of the the little back carriage things they got on the back of cars, and be up the old photo of Jim with his beard
And the bucket hat.
and the bucket hat.
Is he real, by the way? That
Yeah,
Jim?
he's a
is that
real man.
person?
Jim
Yeah.
is the man every woman wants to marry because he does everything.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought he just mowed.
no, he does more than mowing.
You can't look at me with that moustache. You can't do. He just got. I just got the dirtiest look.
Let's
from
just say Jim
Lutzi.
does everything.
He looks so dodgy.
I'm actually starting to feel my moustache just getting that long.
I know he's tweaking it.
But
Like,
Andrew Schultz, he's always pulling on
Yes,
his moustache when
exactly.
he's
yeah, when
doing
he's
gear.
about to say something inappropriate.
Yeah, that's what Lutzie's do. I love it.
That's funny.
Now, the producers, we were on the Jim's website just seeing just how much Jim's does, and we thought we'd turn it into a little bit of a game, as you can tell with the game show music.
Can you not flash the answer
Well-
sheet in my direction?
Yeah,
Can you-
Please?
yeah,
It's
okay.
showbiz, mate.
Well, okay.
Come on.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out a Jim's franchise, a Jim's business.
Yeah.
We've written our own kind of taglines for them, so they're all fake taglines, but all you have to do is let me know if it's real or fake. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Who? All of us?
All of us, everyone.
By the way, this isn't the producers taking over. This is segments that we deem too risky for us.
Yeah,
We
sure,
give-
sure.
And we give to you to
Okay.
Far too
to
controversial.
activate.
Anyway, we've spent way too long giving the introduction. Let's kick this off
We'll be the
with
judge of that.
Jim's piano tuning. When your piano won't sing, give us a ring. Is that real or a fake Jim's business?
Well, can I go first?
Yeah.
No way that's true. That's fake.
I think it could be true.
What about you, Lutzi?
Oh, I haven't got an opinion.
Well,
No, I was like trying to, everyone be different. That's
Yeah.
what we got to be, they tell us. No, that's fake as hell.
that is fake.
Yeah.
So
Well, do you think there's that many pianos out of tune in Brisbane that
I think
thought
it's Australia-wide.
It's a niche market.
Okay, what about this one?
This
We
is
got
fair.
one. It's like Ghostbusters.
What about Jim's life coaching? When life's on the floor, we'll come to your door.
I would not take any advice from someone called Jim. I think that's fake.
No, but their name's not actually Jim.
Jim's
It's
life
just like,
coach.
you know.
No.
Ooh.
I'm saying it's real.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say that's real as well.
It is real.
Oh! Nikki, Lutzy and I are really good at this game.
You said you wanted a life coach.
Yeah.
Was that off the record?
We-
Sorry. Might have been. I apologise.
No, that's all right. I did see one.
No, you saw one. Yeah, that's what it was.
And
yeah.
you're lucky.
Was it Jim?
Oh,
I,
yeah.
Well, I turned up, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, it's a here or to the
It's
life
a here.
coach? Oh, here. So it worked.
So Jim told you that this job would be
Yeah,
good for you.
yeah.
Mate,
Jim
why
said,
not
look-
give it a go? Give it half a year, see if you like it or not.
The tumour's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Jim's remedial massage? Legs, back and head, all from your bed.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I'd say that's real as well.
Well, given the theme of me going against the boys, I'm going to say it's fake.
Nikki, incorrect there. Boys are correct. That is real.
Once you realise you're wrong all the time, you're going to start agreeing with us.
No, I'm trying to throw the whole thing because
Oh,
I
right,
felt
okay.
bad after yesterday when I pantsed you in the 1 Second Wonders.
Don't you?
Okay. What about Jim's spray tans? Need a tan? Get in the van.
Oh,
That sounds a bit creepy.
it does.
Hey,
but
get in the van.
I think
No,
it's
that's not right.
I think it's fake, but I reckon they should do it.
You reckon they should do it?
Yeah.
Are they doing it like a dog hydromobile
Yeah,
or
yes.
whatever? You just hop in the back of the thing.
Yeah. They just sprays
That
from
could work.
all directions.
This is just fake.
That's fake.
That is correct. That is correct. It is fake. And the bet is running out. So I think one more.
Yeah.
Jim's legal. We won't judge you, but the court might.
True.
No, but that's fake.
I think it's real.
Fake.
It's true. So
There you
there you go. If you need legal advice,
Jim's legal?
Jim's legal.
Do they still have the little truck on the back of the car? Like,
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how
the
it
little
works.
office in the little truck on the back.
come on, jump
That's
in.
where you meet.
Jump in. You want a spray tan or get off your manslaughter charge?
Danny
wow.
Denuto from The Castle. Is
Yeah.
that his name? Yeah, he's in the back.
The vibe.
And can
Yeah.
Jim put together like a cool 35-second guitar riff that we can play as well to plug his legal?
Sounds good. I guess so.
Make some calls.
Yeah, we'll do.
The Ash, Lutzy, and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.